Okay gang, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to do a video about, guess what? A 1911. You know what they are. They're kind of like Glocks, but they're handguns built specifically for men. Okay gang, welcome to the hideout today. And today we're going to talk about a new 1911. But before we get started, I have to tell you, thank you for subscribing. We're growing slowly but consistently. I greatly appreciate it. Click the little ringy dingy out there so you get notifications. Click the like button if you like it. Check us out at sgt1911.com. You know, I should put all this in a new intro maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, what we're going to talk about is a new 1911 pistol. New to me 1911 pistol. Now, a lot of people are going to be familiar with this handgun, but not so much as you are some of the others. We're talk about a Magnum Research 1911. At one time, they called them, you know, Magnum Research and Israeli weapons somehow were tied together, and they used to call these things something like a Desert Eagle 1911. They're not a Desert Eagle. Granted, those are different. They're not a 1911. So they changed the name on them a while back, and this one is actually called an MR1911. We're going to take a look at it, but before I do, I want you to look at the size of the box. You know, I don't give really a rat's ass about the box normally, but this one's going to tell us a little secret. We have three models. The MR1911G, which is a full-size government model. We have the MR1911C, which is a compact model, and then they have the MR1911U, which is for the undercover model. The size of this box, being a big box, what do you think it is? It's the full-size MR1911. Let's open it up. Oh man, I forgot. It comes in this neat little sock, almost like a glove, but I still got the empty chamber indicator in there. Let's throw that out, and let's so we can look at the handgun. Here we go. Full size 1911 45 ACP. Nice looking handgun. It's, you know, it's a handful. It's stainless, we can see. It's got some bluish looking, and my colorblind eyes are saying bluish looking G10 grips. They're quite aggressive. I like it. You'll notice there is not a safety over here, so this is not an ambidextrous safety. But if you look on this side, we have our contrasting colored safety. It's a big flat safety there. It's kind of oversized. And in the pistol grip, we kind of got it beveled here for our thumb to get into that magazine release. Now, speaking of magazine release, that one's sticking way out high. So I'm thinking that's going to be an extended magazine release. It's got some pretty nice texture on it too. I like the way it looks. If you look at the name on this thing was made in Minnesota, but it says MR1911 GSS. So this is the Magnum Research 1911 stainless steel model. And you can see it right there on the side. Now it does have some texturing on the front, and it does have some texturing on the back. Now I have not seen the other two models personally, but I did see a picture where, if you'll notice the number of serrations in the front here, as the barrel shortens to the like 4-inch or 4¼ inch barrel, the number of serrations are cut in half. And then when we get to the undercover model, there are no front serrations at all. So you can kind of see, you know, does that need a hit and miss? I don't even think it costs any more money to build it. They just run across it once with one tool and it does it. It may have to change tools, but anyway, it's a nice looking handgun. Let's see what we can also find. We got some really nice checkering on the front of it. Really nice. That's probably about 25 per inch checkering. It's pretty good, pretty textured and rough. We got the same thing on the back. It's nice. The magwell is not beveled. It does have some sights on it that could be adjusted if you drove them over a little bit, I guess. They sit down in a dovetail, and that front sight is just a black sight. You know, nice looking handgun. The safety, or the hammer, sits way down in the beaver tail, real nice, got a big memory bump on it. And now let me talk about the memory bump just for a minute. This is a good time. Let me one thing about this. Everybody knows the 1911, and some of you guys know this and some of you do not. This little bump right here pushes in, that is a safety. So long as that's in, we're good to go, right? The gun will fire. When it's out, it will not fire, provided the magazine, the gun's working properly and not malfunctioning. Now, sometimes what happens to some people is they got them little bitty hands, and what happens is, I'm gonna turn the weapon around and we can get it. And in order to work the magazine, or where they hold this finger, thumb here, they're not getting to be a full pressure on that little bump. So they're having to stretch their hands to do things, and when they do that, it twists the pistol in their hand, or their little hands ain't big enough. And what happens is they don't have the palm swell of their hand here against the safety, and then the gun will not go off at all because they've not disengaged the safety. So having these things with these bigger bumps out there will let somebody with smaller hands operate it fine. But we cut away this little piece here to compensate so you can get your thumb on that magazine release and release the magazine. If not, you've also done the same thing. You've tilted and twisted the gun in your hand, and then you have to readjust it in your hand as you're moving the weapon around. Once you get a good grip on one, you're comfortable, nobody's gonna sit at this channel and try to tell you how to hold one. You hold one the way you hit with it, safely. So it's just little things like that that's come along to improve the 1911s over the years that hopefully has indeed done that. The trigger, we got a couple little 3 or 4 cutout holes in there. I think it's an aluminum trigger. I'm going to do a trigger pull on it and see. It comes with 2 magazines. It's got a nice stiff string, but while I got it locked back, I want you to also look. It's got a full length guide rod, so there is no barrel nut on the end of it. So you're probably going to have to put that paper clip in there to hold it back somewhere, or just disassemble the gun. Probably just disassemble it with the takedown. But anyway, it's a nice looking handgun. I like the color of it. Is this something I would carry hunting? Yeah, it could be. Most time I don't carry stainless, depends on where I'm going. In Alaska with salt and stuff. Yeah, otherwise, and even then you can carry a blue handgun or black, just clean damn things. So let me go ahead and, the trigger on it, I don't know, it feels a little tight. Got a real short, noticeable take up and reset. But I'll say there's not, it feels a little stiff, but it's not fired. The reset is real nice. But let's see how the trigger itself goes. Pull it out there, disengage the safety, turn it on, do it ready, do it clear. Let's see what we get. We'll try it again. I think it's going to pull a little stiff. 4.7. That's pretty close. You can see it there. It's a 4.7. I guess you can see it. That's a little close, little more, but that's not bad for a weapon that's never been fired. We could probably run a couple hundred rounds through this and get it down closer to 50 without doing anything. I did look on their site and they said it was 3 to 4 pounds. That's, rarely does that ever happen. The SIGs are about the only ones that'll ever get down to that 4-pound thing, but this one right here is really close. Now I did notice one more thing, just kind of rolling around looking at it right now, and it's not, it's not really worth beans, but I'm gonna tell you, the safety itself has texturing on the safety down in this part of the safety. Now, does that mount for anything? No, it doesn't. Did it save them money to make it that way, or did they spend more money to make it that way? I don't know. How many people will notice it? I only noticed it because I rolled it around in my hand. I do like the screws. It's got the screws put into the grip. Not necessarily the color or anything, but you'll notice they're like the hex-headed screws. They're not for a Phillips screwdriver or anything. You're gonna have to use an Allen wrench in there to get those screws done. It's no big deal, nothing important. I'm kind of excited to see it. It's a 45 ACP. My man, you know, my chamber, I really like those 45. I can throw some 230 gram cannonballs out there. And speaking of throwing 230 gram cannonballs, it's time to go throw some balls. Okay, gang, we're outside the hideout this afternoon. We got the Magnum Research 1911 government stainless steel. So far, I'm really digging this little handgun. I like the G10 colored looking grips, the checkering. You know, the only thing I'm a little concerned about is the sights on it are just black. I don't have any white dots. I don't have anything there. And you know, I don't care so much about the rear sights most of the time, but that front sight, I'm afraid I do need a little something. It feels good. It's about 3 pounds, so it's nice and heavy. I like it. It's got serrations front and the back. Trigger feels really good on it. So we're gonna light it up and see what we can do. Get a little bang, bang, bang out of it. It comes with 2 8-round magazines. Got a nice floor plate on them. It looks like they can be taken off though and probably cleaned internally. I don't know how many of you guys do it. You should do it every once in a while. So I'll put some hearing protection on. And then I brought 3 rounds of 3 magazines, 3 Wilson Combat 10-round magazines. We're gonna shoot them too. You guys know I get tired of shooting them little 9mm all the time. I like to shoot something that got a little thump in it. Let's try it and see. That ran nice. Like I said, that front sight's a little bit, you know, I might take something and put on there. I mean, if you see it's got a dovetail on it, you could drive it over and drive it out and put something else in it if you preferred. I don't know that I'll shoot it that much to do that. I might put a little dot on it or something though. Now, if I decided to hunt with it, yeah, I'd change the sights, but I don't know that I'm gonna do this with this. It's a nice looking handgun. It's not really what I think big enough to carry to Alaska because it's stainless, but it is big enough to hunt whitetail with. It'll shoot. It'll shoot. Those sights, man, I'm doing more of a finger point and pull right now than I am anything with the sights. You know, still getting comfortable to the gun. Let's try this Wilson 10-round magazine with it. It's running like a charm. Man, I love to smell that powder. You know what? You guys know me. I'm like an addict, powder addict. Keeps you on running. Keep on running. Like an Energizer. Love it. They got one more magazine. Boy, I can burn that Amazon up, okay? I can burn ammo up. Ah, feels good, smells good. What do you say? Smells good, feels good, is good. Till we shoot together another day, shoot safe and shoot straight.